It was just another day on the set of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, but as the crew prepared for what everyone thought would be a typical filming session, they had no idea that a profound moment was about to unfold so unexpected that it would send shockwaves throughout the reality television scene, which is already no stranger to drama and hidden truths. Lil Scrappy, the beloved rapper and reality star, had always made headlines with his larger-than-life persona. He was a fighter, overcoming challenges from the streets, the music industry, and his own personal demons. Fans had watched him tackle the ups and downs of life in the Love and Hip Hop franchise, cheering him on as he sought redemption while navigating complex family ties and career hurdles. Yet lurking beneath his charismatic surface was a darker reality that had been kept under wraps for way too long. As the cameras rolled and the usual hustle of the set buzzed around, one cast member stood apart, clearly anxious. She was Scrappy's assistant and had been a loyal supporter for years. To many, she was an unseen force, someone ensuring that Scrappy's world stayed organized, but today she was ready to step out of the shadows. "I've never said this before, but it's time for the truth to come out," she declared, her voice shaky but resolute. The words she had carried for so long felt heavy as they formed on her lips. The lively chatter of the set faded into an eerie silence. Everyone knew something significant was about to happen. "I've kept this to myself for a long time," she continued, taking a steadying breath as she fought through her trembling hands. "But I can't hide it anymore. It's time for people to know what happened." There was a palpable tension among the cast and crew. They exchanged worried glances, uncertain of what was to come. Some had witnessed Scrappy's explosive moments, both on-screen and off, and now seemed to prepare for the inevitable. Gathering her thoughts, she finally said the words that would reverberate through the show forever. "There was a time when Scrappy physically hurt me when he was drunk. He lost control, and it wasn't just one seat happened more than once." The room fell silent as her words hung heavily in the air. The assistant's eyes glistened with unshed tears as she revealed her truth, a burden she had carried too long. She could feel everyone's gaze on her, but she pressed on not for sympathy or attention but to share her story, one that had stayed silent far too long. "I didn't want to speak up. I didn't want to hurt him," she said, her voice cracking with emotion. "But it wasn't right. No one should have to suffer like that, especially out of loyalty." The set, once bustling with laughter and light, was now enveloped in a tense quiet. The reality of the situation began to sink in for everyone present. Scrappy, the man viewers adored, was now facing the fallout of his actions. With a mixture of anxiety and strength, the assistant recounted the nights when Scrappy returned home after drinking, times when his temper would flare. In those moments, everything spiraled out of control, and the once trusted friend became unrecognizable, lost in a blur of alcohol and anger. "There were nights he didn't know his own strength," she said, her voice unsteady. "He didn't mean to hurt me, I know that. But when he drank, he couldn't control himself. It wasn't just words, it was actions, and it hurt." Her raw honesty left the cast in shock. While some had seen glimpses of Scrappy's temper during heated moments on the show, this was a revelation none of them had anticipated. In the days that followed, Scrappy's absence became increasingly evident. As filming continued, the tension in the air thickened. Everyone was waiting to see how he would respond. Would he defend himself or offer an apology? In the world of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, conflict was standard, but this felt like something deeper in emotional struggle that blurred the lines between entertainment and serious consequences. Though some fans and cast members applauded the assistant for her courage, others questioned her motives. Was she genuinely trying to help, or was this a calculated move for attention? No matter her reasons, the impact of her words was undeniable. Abuse, in any form, shouldn't be ignored. Scrappy's reputation, which he had built on the back of his music career and public image, now stood on shaky ground. The once charismatic figure was now facing a harsh reality. As new episodes aired, both fans and cast members wondered how he'd react to the allegations. Would he take accountability, or would he deny the accusations and continue to distance himself from the uncomfortable truth? Eventually, in an emotional conversation with close friends and family, Scrappy acknowledged his past mistakes, admitting that his struggles with alcohol and anger had come at a devastating cost. He expressed regret for the pain he had caused not just to his assistant, but to everyone in his life. However, reactions to his apology were mixed. For some, it was a step toward redemption. For others, words alone couldn't wipe away the damage done. Meanwhile, the assistant, now free from the shadows of her secret, began to heal. She found empowerment in sharing her truth, hoping her story would raise awareness about abuse and inspire others who were silently suffering. As the show moved forward, the reverberations of her revelation continued to ripple through everyone involved. Scrappy's path to redemption was uncertain. It remained to be seen whether he could mend his relationships and career. But one thing was clear. The truth had been unveiled, and there was no going back now. The episode wrapped up with a hauntingly quiet scene, the camera lingering on the assistant's face, her eyes reflecting the weight of everything she had endured. For her, healing was just beginning. For Scrappy, the road ahead would be long and fraught with uncertainty. And for viewers, the drama of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta reached a new level that transcended reality television and touched on the raw, painful truths of life itself.